You've heard it all before. Marry your best friend and be happy. But that's easier said than done. You need to find someone who complements your personality rather than clashes with it. Otherwise, things could get awkward really fast. Here are 7 types of women you should never marry. Number 1. The immature woman. An immature woman is the woman who isn't yet capable of handling the responsibilities that comes with a marriage. She might be all grown up, but is still a child at heart and doesn't know what is expected of her in a relationship. She feels being married simply means being treated like a princess and believes she is not expected to do anything in a marriage. She is very soft, sensitive, and tender because she is not emotionally capable of handling the challenges and trials of a marriage. She doesn't know what her role is in her marriage and expects her husband to do all the thinking. If she is wrong, she can't take corrections without shedding tears. She seems to take every word of advice personally and often has to be reminded of their role in a home, not because she doesn't know them, but because she has never been used to doing things by herself. When real-life challenges show up, instead of dealing with them as a real woman, she resorts to crying and giving up. The danger of dating and marrying such a woman is that they can't take care of themselves properly, so they expect their husband or partner to do everything for them, which results in resentment later down the line. The result of this is a strained husband who begins to wear out over time because he feels trapped and unsupported by a woman who does not have any ambitions. Number 2. The woman who's always right. There is nothing more frustrating than having a conversation with someone who always has to be right. The woman who's always right is a know-it-all. She is arrogant, self-centered, and often displays signs of pride and contempt for other people's opinions. She either tends to disregard them or chooses not to listen at all. She believes that anything that contradicts her opinion is wrong. This type of woman only listens to reply, but doesn't listen to understand. They make conclusions even before the man begins stating his points. She clearly refuses to admit where she is wrong or makes mistakes. Even when she knows she is at fault, her pride and arrogance prevents her from offering an apology. She believes apologizing will make her look weak. Marrying such a woman will only result in frequent conflicts in the home. It's fine to have disagreements, but you should be able to see things from your partner's perspective as well. If you can't do that, then it's probably not a healthy relationship. Number 3. The high-maintenance woman. The high-maintenance woman is all about classiness. She always tries to give the impression that she is successful and a woman of high taste. She often seeks to be admired by everyone else and doesn't believe in a life of simplicity. She's always out to impress others, even if it means impressing those who don't care about her. She would rather spend her money to buy clothes and shoes than use it to support her family. If she doesn't have, she wouldn't mind taking a loan from the bank just to make people believe she is successful. It's always about her ego and pride. The only thing she believes in investing in is her beauty and not in her home. Outside of her home, everyone sees her as a successful woman of elegance who is well off. But inside her home, she is a total failure. A public success, but a private failure. This type of woman will also never help out around the house like cooking food or cleaning up after meals because all she cares about is how she looks and how people perceive her. The problem with the high-maintenance woman is that she is not the type of woman that would stay with a man if he loses his job. She always has an insatiable taste for the big things of life and will never humble herself to do the basic duties of a wife. Number 4. The drama queen. The drama queen is a woman who thrives on chaos and drama. She is always the center of attention and is always looking for ways to create drama. Drama queens are very emotional and tend to overreact to everything. She is always right, even when she's wrong. She has no sense of self-respect and is always ready to start a fight anywhere, anytime with anybody, be it in private or in public. If you're dating a woman that's always arguing, this might be your first sign that she's a drama queen. Drama queens don't mind embarrassing themselves or anyone else in public because they often have no sense of decency. They won't hesitate to turn even the most basic conversations into an argument to prove their smartness. The worst part about drama queens is that they tend not to admit they have a problem. You will always be walking on eggshells around her and will never know what to expect from her. They force everyone else around them to taste their bitterness like some sort of twisted revenge fantasy against mankind. Number 5. The manipulative woman. This type of woman will do anything to get what she wants, even if it means shedding tears just to make you do what she wants. Whether it's convincing you to do something you don't want to do, or getting you to see things her way, the manipulative woman always seems to get what she wants. And while her husband may love her dearly, he may also find himself feeling frustrated, resentful, and even controlled by her manipulative ways. This means he will end up never having a will of his own. He will lose friends, family, and even stands the risk of losing touch with those who had been his support for a long time. It's not hard to see why this is a bad sign for a marriage. The manipulative woman does this because she is typically selfish and self-centered. If her partner notices her manipulative behavior and tries to back out of the relationship, the manipulative woman immediately changes her behavior and becomes an angel. But she does this as part of her tactics to win over his trust. Once he decides not to leave her, she reverts back to her usual self. If you're the husband of a manipulative wife, it's important to understand what motivates her manipulative behavior and how you can deal with it in a way that doesn't make you feel like a doormat. Otherwise, you will never have a happy future and your marriage will be full of pains and regrets. Number 6. The negative woman. This type of woman spreads fear and negativity. She will always complain about everything, and she'll have a negative outlook on life. She can't see the positive side of things or anyone for that matter. The glass is always half empty with her, and she always sees problems where there aren't any. She'll also usually be negative in relationships as well. This isn't someone you want to bring home to meet your parents or spend time with when they are feeling down. When you are out for work, the negative woman thinks you are cheating. When you get a call from your manager, the negative woman thinks you might lose your job. Having such a woman in your home will program your family for failure. Women are typically known for being support systems and not people who constantly tell you the world is coming to an end. Number 7. The career-driven woman. There is nothing wrong with being career-driven. After all, we all need to work to make provisions for our families right. But when a partner puts her career above her family life, there are bound to be devastating consequences. A career-driven woman is one who puts her career above her family's emotional needs. She is often too independent for her own good. She's used to being in charge, and she doesn't like to rely on anyone else. This can make it hard for her to compromise, and it can also make it difficult for her to let someone else take the lead. While she might be doing so to serve her family and provide for them, putting her career above her family's emotional needs will make her children grow without experiencing the true love of a mother. On the other hand, though she might be a great woman in terms of her career, she might lack the skills of a good housewife. The career-driven woman is often out working or networking. She's so focused on her own success that she doesn't have time for anything else. This ends up starving those around her of her love and attention. If you are considering marrying any of these types of women, you should think carefully about whether or not you are prepared to deal with the challenges that come with them. Thank you for watching. If you love our videos, please feel free to subscribe to our channel.